So far, the 2024 season has been a crash and burn for Browns fans, and especially at quarterback. What if the Browns decided to release Deshaun Watson and take a big cap hit? What should be their next step? Welcome to Gerald Khalil's Conversation Piece. I share my thoughts on social content, sports, politics, and entertainment. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So there's been talk about the next chapter at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And for that to happen, it would mean releasing Watson and taking a huge hit against the cap. So let's say he's released after June 1st, 2025. They will have a dead cap hit of $119 million. And that's just in 2025. They will have a $54 million cap hit in 2026. So that's what you're looking at. Doing it right after 2024 will be just totally catastrophic. So we're just going to deal with the June 1st scenario. So what are the next options at quarterback? You have three options. You have free agency, you have trade, and you also have the draft. So let's go in that order. They pretty much happen in that order in the offseason anyway. So let's start with free agency. So our free agent options: Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, Andy Dalton, Jacoby Brissett. We take a look at those four right off the bat. Sam Darnold will probably be the number one pick out of that group there, and he's just doing a great job in Minnesota just thus far. Andy Dalton, we're familiar with him as the Cincinnati Bengal. He's in the AFC, formerly in the AFC North. Zach Wilson, he didn't do well with the Jets, but then again, it's the Jets, so maybe he just needs an opportunity somewhere else. Jacoby Brissett, he's familiar with the Browns. You go with the next four there. We have Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco, Jarrett Stidham, Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields. So I put those two together. Jameis Winston, already familiar with the Browns. Joe Flacco, also, he had a great year last year with the Browns. He's probably, I would say, the fan favorite there. Jarrett Stidham. Then you have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Probably whoever is not starting there is going to be released. And right now it looks like it's going to be Russell Wilson. And Mac Jones, originally with New England, threw a lot of picks when he was with them. So I'm kind of cool on Mac Jones. So out of those folks there, if Sam Darnold's available, I think that's who you grab. A lot of folks I know is going to say Joe Flacco, but I'm thinking more on the younger side for now. And then also you got Jameis Winston. He's already familiar with the playbook. He's familiar with Stefanski. There's familiarity there, so I think that counts big. Jameis is only 30 years old, so I don't think that would be a bad choice at all. Going to option two, potential trades. So we have Bryce Young, Daniel Jones, Gardner Minshew, and Kirk Cousins. So if we take a pause there, Bryce Young, right now his stats are 11 touchdowns against 13 interceptions. He's thrown for roughly 3,200 yards and at a 59% clip. Personally, I'm not a fan. He seems small, right? And we already have a quarterback like that, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. That's on the roster already. And I'm not saying that they're of equal talent, but I'm just not. I have not seen much good from Bryce Young, so I would take a pass. Daniel Jones. Hey, I don't think he would be available at this point. He has done a good job so far this year for the Giants, and And if he was available, I don't know if I would take a chance with him. Gardner Minshew, I wouldn't take a chance with him. He's already been benched in Vegas, and he seems already that he's a journeyman and goes from team to team. So I would skip him. And Kirk Cousins, he was supposed to be a bridge quarterback, and he is balling out. So I don't think he's going to hit the free agent market. He's doing that well. I think Atlanta's going to hang on to him. Next, we take a look at the draft. And right now, we look at it, the draft prospects. The Browns are in the third position. And if things continue the way they are, the Browns got a good chance of being in the third position, having that third pick in the draft. So these are the top quarterbacks. You got Cam Ward out of the University of Miami, Quinn Ewers, Texas, Shadir Sanders out of Colorado, Carson Beck out of Georgia, Jalen Milroe out of Alabama, and Dylan Gabriel out of University of Oregon. So with this here, Cam Ward, he's a fifth-year starter, so he's the most seasoned out of the six that I named here. He's got great pocket presence, and he would be a great pick for the Browns. Quinn Ewers, you are familiar with him. He used to be an Ohio State Buckeye. He's hurt right now, but I believe he's coming back actually this week. But I do like Quinn. I think he will do well in the NFL. Shadir Sanders, phenomenal talent out of Colorado. The thing you have to deal with that is that if you get Shadir, you're going to actually draft his dad, Dion. I don't know how much Browns fans the Browns organization could deal with Dion, but maybe that's something that the organization would need, because if things go south, Dion's going to let you know. And I want to also mention Dylan Gabriel. I'm not sure if he's going to go in the first round or not, but you'll get a good glimpse of him this weekend, actually, as Oregon hosts Ohio State Buckeyes, for those who are Buckeye fans. All right, so you ask me what I do if I had a choice, whether I would go through the draft, make a trade, or pick up a quarterback in free agency. What I would do, I would stick with the free agency route, but I would stick with Jameis Winston. All right, because he's familiar with the playbook. He's familiar with the city. He's familiar with the team. I think that would be the best choice. He's only 30 years old. So I would go with Jameis Winston. And then also within the draft, it just frees me up there, because there's a whole lot of holes that we need to fill in the draft, and mainly the offensive line. And there's some good offensive linemen that's coming out. And if we take a look at this list right here, so we have Kelvin Banks Jr. actually out of the University of Texas. And he's just a hog. You know, we can use that. Also, Will Campbell out of LSU. Emory Jones Jr. out of LSU. These guys are top offensive linemen. We can use that. And you know, if they go that route, I would just hope and pray that whatever side they play on, and I'm not familiar if they're playing on the right, who's playing on the right or who's playing on the left side. If he's a right tackle, don't switch him to be a left tackle, or vice versa. That's what they did with Jed Wills a few years back, and I don't think he ever caught up, right? You know, you want to put the player in the best position for them to succeed. I'm just a believer in that. And also, you get offensive linemen. I like building teams from the inside out. Start with building your team in the trenches. You do that, you're always going to have a good team. You're always going to be able to compete. And that's just my philosophy there. You also see I have on here cornerback Travis Hunter out of Colorado. Now, the reason why I put his name here is because I'm thinking of two things. He's talented, right? He not only plays corner, I believe he plays receiver also. So he plays both ways at the University of Colorado. But also, I'm looking at Denzel Ward. Denzel, he's been injured a lot. He's had a lot of concussions. And I'm afraid that he doesn't have too much longer. So I would definitely consider Travis Hunter if he's available, and thinking of him being the heir apparent to Denzel Ward. So, folks, tell me what you think. Please leave a comment. I would definitely love to hear your thoughts on this. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.